We have Mr. Dev who's written in an email now. He says he owns a 4 BHK flat, which was his first purchased property. His wife is a homemaker and he'll be making all the payments. Now he wants to know if it is better to register the house in his wife's and his name jointly or in his name solely. He also wants to know if he should take the home loan in his name alone and if doing so will make any difference in case they plan to buy a property in future. I don't see what is the problem in registering the name and property in the name of himself and his wife.
No, there is no
Kartik?
problem. There are a couple of things to understand here really. So number one, if the wife is a homemaker, she does not have any income. So there is going to be no additional tax benefit. If you are thinking of claiming tax benefit and sometimes because of that people tend to put in two names, then you are not going to get the tax benefit. That tax benefit is only going to accrue to you. The loan application that you will be making is obviously going to be on your name because she does not have any financial credentials. So therefore the benefits and the taxation deductions etc. that you are going to get will only be in your name. Now from a social and emotional standpoint, maybe you want to think about it and probably put her name into the property as well, because that makes the person feel good on a psychological level that, I also have a property, this is also my house, and she does not feel that I'm living in my husband's house. So from that standpoint, you understand what I mean. But, for the sense of generality, let me also say that this itself could become a problem in some years' time because look, a property is not like a bank account where you can add a name and remove a name. Once you add a name, then that person has title. Now, your agreement will say that the property is owned by two people, which means both the people will have equal rights on the property. Unless again in the agreement you say that I have 95% or 90% and my wife has 5% or 10% ownership of this property. Otherwise, if you don't specify, it becomes 50-50. So in case of a separation, I'm not suggesting for you, but these things happen. Say 15 years down the line, if there is a situation of that sort, then it could be a tricky situation because then this property becomes a joint property, although you are the only one who's paying the EMIs and loans. So please understand, complications even arise when the husband wants to buy a property, pay for it, and it is only bought in the name of the wife. Because at some point of time, there are situations where if the husband dies, property belongs to the wife. Wife is also not there, goes to the children, you are on the road.
Kartik, it's very interesting what you're pointing out, but we've also done a lot of shows on this channel on women and property, women and real estate. And in fact, what we continually advise women, whether they are homemakers, whether they are, whether they are out earning a salary, earning a living, what we keep advising them is that when you do buy property, try and ensure that your name is also part or is on the property papers. That does safeguard your rights.
Absolutely.
Like Kartik just said, in case of a separation. So that is something that you need to keep in mind. But having said that, Kartik, the bigger question that he's asking over here, which would be of interest to all our viewers, in fact, is the difference between a co-owner and a co-applicant on the home loan. If you could just break that down for our viewers.
So the person who is borrowing, very simply put, also has to be an owner. But you could be an owner, but you need not be a borrower. Right, which is exactly his case.
Which is exactly what he's saying.
So husband and wife buying it together, but wife doesn't have income. That's all right. You could be the sole applicant for a loan. But as a co-owner, she has to have financial credentials if she has to also apply for the loan. So it's very, very straightforward, very simple.
So essentially what you're saying is co-owner means husband and wife both buying property together, jointly, both their names on the agreement, both of them are co-owners in the property.
Correct.
Now here it is not necessary that both of them take the home loan.
Absolutely.
Okay. Essentially the one who takes the home loan, the one who repays the home loan is the applicant.
That's right.
If, say, the husband or the wife, both of them choose to jointly apply for the home loan, then they become co-applicants. And if they intend to apply for the home loan, their names have to be on the agreement. So essentially what it boils down to is that if you intend to apply for a home loan, then you have to be a co-owner in that property. However, you can be a co-owner and not apply for the home loan. It is not essential that you apply for the home loan, right? Also, what about the tax benefits then? The tax benefit accrues to the man who pays, the person
yes,
who
only
pays
to
off the
one
EMI?
person. And he also, additionally, he's also asked, what if he buys another property in future? So then the future property would depend on the future circumstance. So which means, say 5 years down the line, if his wife actually starts working, she has an income, then the scenario will change. Otherwise, exactly the same scenario will continue. So they will get the benefits alone. Wife will not get any tax benefits. You cannot even say that it's like a deemed transaction because she doesn't have income. So what is she going to deduct out of?
Right. One quick question.
Yes.
Say they take a joint home loan. Say his wife is working. I'm assuming that his wife is working.
Sure.
They take a joint home loan. In that case, how do you divide the tax benefits?
So tax benefits get divided according to what the agreement says. If the agreement is silent on the ownership ratio, then it gets divided 50-50 straight away. But if the agreement, and some agreements do say that one person has 60% ownership rights and the other one has 40%, then even the tax benefits get deducted in the same ratio.
Right. So those are things that you need to keep in mind if you are planning to buy property as joint owners.
You can watch live TV on our website mpnow.in. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/magicbricksnow. And don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at magicbricksnow. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/magicbricksnow.